So if you've seen any of my videos in the past, you know that I make military comedy / fitness inspiration content. And a lot of my videos, I'm making fun of either a branch of the military or silly things the military personnel do or anything like that. And it's all joking. Like I'm joking around for the most part. But something I want people to understand is there are a lot of benefits to the military. So I want to talk about some of my favorite things about being in the military and some of the benefits that I receive from being in the military. Please understand that everyone's military experience is different. Some people have a really bad time, some people have a really good time, some people are in the middle. All of this is my opinion. This is my experience and my opinion. Don't project this onto anyone else in any other branch. Don't even project this onto other Marines, because their experience might be completely different from mine. And in no particular order, benefit number 1 is medical. I have not once in my entire 15-and-a-half-year career paid a medical bill. I've never paid a copay. I've never paid a premium, an insurance payment, except for dental, separate for families. But before I was married, I didn't pay for dental either. So that's pretty nice. We've had 4 children, on-base hospitals and off-base hospitals, kind of a mix of the two. We've had tons of emergency room visits, a couple of elective surgeries. Everything was covered by military medical insurance, which is nice. So if anyone who has had a baby and not had good insurance will tell you, it's very expensive. Just to have a healthy baby, no complications for mama or the baby, very expensive. We've had a couple where there were complications either during or after, and it would have been crazy expensive. But having the military insurance that I don't have to even pay into is super nice. The next benefit is travel. If you don't want to stay in your hometown forever, you can join the military and they will yank you out of that sucker. Unless you're in a town that is near a military installation, that is the branch that you're in. So if you're in an army town and you join the army, you might get stuck in your hometown. But for the most part, if you're from small town USA like I am, there are no military bases for 1,000 miles. So when I joined the military, I've got to live on the East Coast, the West Coast, and Texas, Georgia, everywhere kind of in between. I've gotten to travel on deployments to the Middle East. I've gotten to travel to Africa, to Europe. But the nice thing about it all is when you get orders to move or to go on training or go on deployments, the military pays you to travel. They pay to move your stuff. They pay for your flights. They pay for your gas to go places. It's really nice. Speaking of pay, that is another benefit of the military. Now, again, this is my opinion. A lot of people will say military is not paid enough. I'm not even going to touch that with a 10-foot stick. I have received a pay increase every single year for my entire career, and I've been promoted on average every 4 years. And by promoted, I mean like gone up in rank, which usually comes with a $100 to $250 pay increase per month. So that's super nice. And then every 2 years, every even numbered year, you also get a pay raise on your anniversary date. So the date you went to boot camp, after you hit your 4-year mark, every 2 years, you get a pay raise as well. So some years, if the timing is right, I get a pay increase in January from the normal like January 1st pay increase. Hey, your pay is going up 2% or whatever, which I know it doesn't keep up with inflation. Don't massacre me in the comments for that. I understand. But nevertheless, it is a cost of living adjustment, which I appreciate. But if that happens on an even numbered year and I get promoted on an even numbered year, I end up getting 3 pay raises in one single year, which is super nice. Paychecks are consistent. Despite all of the threats of government shutdown over the last couple of years, I've never not gotten paid on the 1st and the 15th of the month. And then this reason is the main reason why I joined the military, and that's for discipline. I joined because I wanted structure and discipline in my life. I just wanted to be a disciplined human being. And I've for sure learned that by being in the military. You start off with basic training being the most rigorously scheduled thing you'll ever do. And then you kind of learn and grow and adapt and kind of make things your own. And yes, there are certain things that you have to do, and you have to be on time for this, and you have to show up to this PT and this training event and all this stuff. And it teaches you how to be good at showing up to those things on time. It teaches you time management, and especially with the PT aspect, the physical training aspect, I've definitely learned to keep myself in a routine that helps me and serves me, but also allows for recovery. That's especially important as I get older, needing the time to recover. Another benefit of the military is you will be uncomfortable a lot, mentally and physically uncomfortable. And what's nice about that, if you can bear with me for this silver lining, is that you learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, which makes you learn to appreciate the small things. So the biggest example I like to use is I did mountain warfare training. We went to Bridgeport, California for 40 days, and for 10 of those days I was up in the mountain, 9,000 feet up in the mountains. It was so cold, and if you can't tell, I don't have a lot of insulation on me, and I get cold pretty quick. My hands go numb, my toes go numb. If it's under 50 degrees, like, my hands and feet are numb. So sleeping in a hole in the snow for 10 days taught me to appreciate a warm bed, a warm shower, and a warm meal. And I will never, ever not appreciate those three things again in my whole life. So just these little things that I think we take for granted sometimes, you might have an experience in the military that makes you appreciate them. You got to go through hardship to get there, but you live the rest of your life with an appreciation for the little things. Last but not least, the military has taught me how to adapt quickly to change, because Lord only knows that your plans will change like that because something happened halfway around the world and you don't have any control over it. So I think that's a huge benefit, because I think a lot of people get stuck in their routine and their rut, and then when something changes, it's really, really hard for them to adapt and shift to that change. Me and my family, my kids even, they're learning to be like, oh, we're moving in 2 months, or oh, daddy's deploying in 6 months. We got to get ready. We got to do all these things to prepare. Oh, the date got shifted last minute. Oh, crap. So there's all these things that happen in the military that are unexpected or that change at a moment's notice, and it kind of keeps you on your toes. It's stressful, don't get me wrong. It's not like that's all good, but the stress helps you learn how to be mentally prepared in the future for those things. Like now, when you get a curveball, it's not as shocking now at 15 years of service that as it was 2 years of service or 3 years of service. I'm used to it. I'm almost ready for it. I'm to the point now where nothing surprises me. So I'm basically always anticipating some sort of wild change out of left field. This is by no means a comprehensive list of the benefits of military service, and I'm sure if you talk to someone else, they will tell you completely different things that are good, and they'll tell you all the things that are bad. I'll come up with things that I don't like about the military, and I'll publish that here in the next couple days. So stay tuned. I hope you like this list. Have a conversation down in the comments. Be respectful, or I will mother effing block you.